afternoon, everybody. I can assure you, no matter how hot you feel, it feels hotter than the face of the sun standing in front of this LED screen. So I'll try and keep this really energizing for you. So hi, I'm Jess Myers. I'm the Chief Customer Officer for the Very Group. And if there's one thing I want you all to take from today, it's the beautiful, simple thought about being a flamingo amongst a flock of pigeons. Now, at Berry, of course, I think that flamingos are synonymous with our Berry brand, these unique, brightly pink, elegant creatures. But as marketers, there's a real connection here that we can all relate to when it comes to standing out from the crowd. You know, change is the only constant for us. We are being heavily disrupted all around us. The pace of change, the increase in the platforms, the increase in the channels, AI taking over, being disrupted, competitors are fierce. Change is the only constant. So the question I'd ask yourself is, how do you stand out amongst that sea of sameness? Do you want to be a flamingo, or do you want to be a pigeon? And this is the question we've been asking ourselves at Berry. And over the course of the next few slides, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to talk to you about how we are using a data-rich audience insights coupled with the compounding effects of creative consistency to drive fame, fluency, and feeling for our brand, and to drive accelerated business transformation. But let's go back to the very beginning. We were born 100 years ago. We started off life as K's and then the Littlewood catalogue. These were loved as UK shopping Bibles by millions across the UK. It was where you went to for inspiration. It's that moment, that nostalgic moment when the catalogue used to land on your doorstep and you could shop for fashion, sports, home, toys, gifts, beauty, and you had the ability to be able to spread the cost. You remember the catalogue arriving, you'd smell the fresh print in there, you'd turn down the corner, you'd pick out your favourite item. As a kid, I remember picking out my favourite toys. But as we modernised and the world moved around us, these catalogues lost their sparkle and they lost their shine. Very is now our flagship brand. It's our e-commerce business. It pulls together the best of the catalogue and a seamless shopping experience for our customers. It also continues to offer our customers the flexible ways to pay that they know and love. And then let's fast forward to 2022, and that's when I joined the business. And I walked into finding that this once loved household brand has slightly lost its shine. Our customers, our target customers, were lacking brand consideration when it came to thinking about our brand and being first choice with them. Our colleagues were struggling to consistently articulate who we are and what we stand for. We were being heavily disrupted. In the retail space, competition was fierce. All the retailers had stepped up their e-commerce business. But then we had the likes of Shein and Temu coming in, heavily disrupting us. From the financial services side, the banks had already stepped their game up as well in terms of offering their flexible ways to pay. And we had the entrants such as Klarna and Zilch coming in. And our brand had lost its confidence. We'd slightly lost our way. So we needed to think of a way to turbocharge that. When you're looking to take your first step forward, the best place to go is always back to the start of the story. And we have always been about families, and helping families to get the most out of life, helping our families shop for all of their needs in one place. And we have a phenomenal amount of data on our customers. We have about 500 data points on every single customer, and I'll come back to that a bit later on. But we needed to know them more deeply. We needed to understand where value was going to come from for our business. So we deployed two pieces of really rich customer segmentation. The first one is a value-based segmentation. Who is our target customer? Who drives most value? Where are they? What's the headroom for growth? What can we go after? And then we overlaid that with an attitudinal piece of segmentation as well to really understand their entire life. So we have that real deep understanding of them. So let me introduce you to our customer. She's about 35 to 45, obviously a female. She's a mum of two very small children. She works full-time. She is incredibly busy juggling the needs of the household. But she lives for all the really big family moments and occasions. She loves Christmas, birthdays, holidays. The cost of living crisis has been really difficult for her, but yet she finds joy in every week and every day. She's a maximizer. We talk about her as having a glittery resistance. She sparkles like a flamingo, and you can probably see where I'm about to go with that. So understanding our customer, we then need to say, if we're clear about our customer, we're clear about our business, how do we move forward? Our purpose at Very is about helping families get more out of life. So all of our brand strategy work stemmed from our purpose. That word more is really interesting. We wanted to understand what we meant by more. We wanted to give more some meaning. And after months of strategy work, it all boiled down to a simple articulation that more is quite simply the difference between good and very good. Now, there's nothing wrong with good. Good is good, but good is expected. Customers expect a good shopping experience. They expect it to be good when their parcel arrives. They expect it to be good when you answer the phone. But what we're after is very good. And very good is when life is feeling bigger, bolder, and brighter. It's maximizing every day. It is a great day with the sun shining, but everything feels absolutely fantastic. Very good is sparkle. And at Christmas, it's glitter. Oh, it's so much glitter. So looking at the brand strategy, working with our advertising agency, The Gate, and also working really closely with System 1, our preferred research partner, we created what we called the More Machine. And this is an effective machine to really drive our brand strategy. And our effectiveness machine is fired by 3 important engines. Those are fame, fluency, and feeling. Now, for the eagle-eyed of you around here who are familiar with System 1, you will realize that these are System 1's principles, founded on the research by Orlando Wood. I'm a huge fan of System 1. I'll plug them many times in this presentation, but they have extraordinary amount clarity on their methodology, and it's worked really well for us. So using our More machine, we were firing our engines. If fame, fluency, and feeling are the 3 engines of our More machine, audience and customer insight is the fuel that fires them. And we know so much about our customer. Now, but let me introduce you into a fascinating culture called Hun culture. You're all going to know Huns when I describe this. This is a really interesting, unique British subculture, and it's all about maximizing the everyday. It is work hard, play hard, go the extra mile, live life to the full, live, laugh, love. You know all the slogans. These are Huns, and they make the most of every single day, but there's a huge overlap between the Huns of the UK and our database. So they added extra research, extra clarity, extra insight as to how we could speak to and appeal to our most valuable customer. All this came together with clarity of the customer, clarity of where our business is going to win, clarity of how we're going to beat our competition. And we describe Very and our customers as flamingos amongst a flock of pigeons. So enter our distinctive brand assets, our animated flamingos. Meet our Flamigos, Kerry, Cherry, and Terry, who launched our brand platform, Let's Make It Sparkle. And we came out of the gates absolutely flying. Insert flamingo puns through the rest of this presentation. We launched in Christmas. As any retailers in the room would know, this is the most competitive quarter of the year. The 12 weeks leading into Christmas, we are fighting each other for market share and customer share. There's no more important quarter than this one. In fact, retailers will do about 40% of all their annual sales in those 12 weeks. You miss that moment and it's gone for the rest of the year. Relaunching the brand at that point was a brave decision, but it was absolutely the right decision. So we came out of the gates with our Christmas, Black Friday, end of season sale, Christmas gifting, and it landed incredibly well. In fact, when we first launched our ad, we scored a 5.7 stars out of System 1's 5.9 star rating, which is extraordinary for a first experience of going out there. Our year-on-year sales grew by about 3.5%. We were leading across our most important categories. And within a year, we'd also won a silver Effie for effectiveness of the advertising. So what do we do next? Well, we doubled down on delivering creative consistency. And throughout the year, we didn't stop there. We rolled out across toys, across Very Pay, which is our flexible payment options, back to school, mid-season sale. The work just kept coming and coming. We really thought about how we could make sure the brand showed up consistently at every single customer touch point, and all of our creative work was pulling together. So, enough from me and enough stills. Let me show you a video of how the animated world came together.
Walk
some pretty epic speakers in the room, aren't they? I think I need to get these speakers when I'm playing advertising in our office. How could you not use wings when putting together a video about flamingos? Cute, isn't it? Right, so that landed really well for us. But next thing I want to talk to you about is fashion, right? Huge, important category for us at Very. Our target customer has a passion for fashion. She's after aspirational yet affordable fashion. I talked to you about how busy she is. She comes to us as a leader in terms of style, how to put her outfits together, how to make sure she's focused on value, how to make sure she's trend-led, but making sure she's got the most durable items. Like the V by Very dress that I'm currently wearing today, which retails on Very for £70. Hot tip, comes in black too. I love it. So, an animated flamingo worked brilliantly for us in terms of our brand. I talked to you about some of the results. We were really pushing forward. But with fashion being such an important category for us, it needed a bespoke approach. So we took the same brand strategy and we injected it into fashion. We gave it lashings of vibrancy and flamingo energy, unapologetically pink, created a destination for all things style. And there was born the House of Flamingo and our first fashion TV advert in over 7 years. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you all to the House of Flamingo.
People always talk about all the things they're all about. Write it on a piece of paper. Got a feeling I'll see you later. There's something about this. Let's keep it moving. And if it's good, let's just get something cooking. I'm feeling some connection to the things you do. I don't know what it is that makes me feel like this. I don't know who you are, but you must be some kind of superstar. 'Cause you got all eyes on you no matter where you are. You are all eyes on you.
My new favourite saying that I coined just after the first time we launched this was a flamingo is for life and not just for Christmas. But I guess the flamingo is for life and not just for one Christmas, because we've used this advert twice. And now, while many of my peers in retail deem it important to roll out an expensive blockbuster Christmas ad every single year, we decided to let the data do the talking. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was working really hard for us, connecting with our customers. Our brand health metrics had reached new high. System 1 was testing us really strongly. So we decided to use System 1 again to optimize the existing advert from a 60 and a 30 to a 40 and a 20. Their testing helped us find the most important parts of the advert that were really resonating with the customers. We re-edited it and we got it out again. And oh boy, did that pay off. We were in the top 12 Christmas adverts of 2024. We saw a step up in our star rating with System 1 with our target customers. And we also got into the top 1% of ads ever tested on the System 1 database. So that was the right strategy. Someone said to me once, gosh, Jess, that was a brave choice running the advert again. It wasn't a brave choice. It was actually the smart choice, because all the decisions we make at Very are completely led on data and on insights. But with all the money we saved on not producing a big blockbuster advert, we were able to reinvest that. So we reinvested that into media to make sure our hard-working asset was getting in front of more of our target customers in more channels, in more meaningful ways. And we invested in creative innovation as well and made the campaign even bigger, even brighter, even more magical. Some of the things we launched last Christmas were our partnership with ITV Daytime, where Alison Hammond, Queen Hun herself of Hun culture, was the Very godmother, and she was helping our customers solve all of their Christmas dilemmas, be it needing a kind of ice cream smoothie maker, sorting out Lego for the kids, whatever you needed, Alison Hammond was there to support your needs. And we also decided to bring back the catalogue and modernize it, inject some glamour, inject some sparkle. And so the Christmas gift guide was there to help display the department store for our customers and attract them in to view what we're doing. This has all performed incredibly well for us. Now, I'm going to switch gears slightly. I've talked to you a lot about data, right? 4.5 million customers, 1.8 million visits to the site every day, 12 ginormous categories, shopper data across the lot. Plus, I've got customers' financial services data when they choose to spread the cost with us. We're sitting on a mountain of really rich first-party data. And we've coupled that with our award-winning creative platform, which then gives us a really unique, compelling retail media offer. And in fact, we relaunched our retail media offering and rebadged it as the Very Media Group at a conference back in September, playing here. And since then, we've been able to use that offering to work with our really precious brand partners to create highly targeted and highly commercial campaigns that really meet the individual needs of our brand partners, whether that is the likes of Meta, Ray-Ban, Adidas, Under Armour, Apple, Levi, Sweaty Betty, keep on going. These brands really value the uniqueness of our data, the effectiveness of our creative platform, and bringing that together. And whether that's a bespoke campaign for them, or whether that is being part of our broader brand mix, you will never know the difference because it is so seamless from a customer perspective. The whole thing just makes sense. Fueling the Very Media Group is our state-of-the-art in-house creative and production agency, Hello Studio. Hello Studio is a data-driven creative team embracing the latest technology to create enhanced, rich content for our customers. Our brand partners love working with Hello Studio. We've shown amazing results for them. We work with partners who are not even brand partners, so the Hello Studio is welcome to us. So let me introduce you to the powers of Hello Studio. And if you want to have a conversation about Hello Studio afterwards, you can meet me outside.
I just came to say hello.
So you'd have all be familiar with the saying that culture eats strategy for breakfast. Well, the same applies to brand. The best brands are built from the inside out, galvanizing an entire organization behind one North Star. This is Very HQ. This is our flamboyance, and by the way, a flamboyance is a name for a collection of flamingos. Isn't that amazing? This is our flamboyance. So let's make it sparkle, and flamingos are shown up absolutely everywhere, from our internal colleague recognition system through to our 20-foot Christmas tree in the office with flamingos hanging all over it for Christmas. There are about 100 of them on there. To flamingos running around Skygate, which is our state-of-the-art distribution center. We've taken over everything. But it's not just about the colleague culture, right? It's all about how the brand is acting as a lightning rod for brand transformation. And what we've been seeing here is brand is guiding our decision making. It's really fueling absolutely everything we do. And I've never quite come across this in such a powerful way as I have done at Very, the way it's been adopted and the way we're using it as a guardrail and a North Star to drive transformation. So, 3 things I'll leave you with. Number 1, know your customer. And if you know them, get to know them even better. Understand where value is going to come from. Understand where your headroom is for growth. Understand how you're going to target them and use data to drive your decisions. The second point is around fame, fluency, and feeling, and using the compounding effects of creative consistency. But you need a good idea first. The third one then is around using your brand as your North Star, to galvanize your colleague, to build your brand from the inside out, and making sure it's using that to drive business and transformation. So Madfest, marketers, I ask you a question. Do you want to be a flamingo or do you want to be a pigeon? The obvious answer is you want to be a flamingo and you all want to go and make it sparkle. Thank you very much.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much.
Thank you.